That shit white too.
Here, moment. Okay, so the point of this video is to answer some questions that you guys have asked and want to know. Just cause like being teens and having a baby and stuff, you know, it's a lot, and still being together and all this jazzy stuff. So let's just do that. Okay. One question is the hardest and the easiest part of parenting. You want to answer first, and then after you?
The hardest part. The hardest part really is you just be doing something. You be like playing a video game or something. You be cooking, cleaning, and all of a sudden you just hear this little thing right here going crazy. And you gotta stop everything you're doing, bro. I mean everything.
That's true. I think the hardest part for me, like you said this before too, when we were having a conversation. I forgot who we were talking to, but is the fact that we don't really know what's wrong with her sometimes. Like, yeah, she has like those cries when we know that she's hungry or like she needs her pamper changed or something. But like sometimes you just don't know, and then sometimes like with Lay, she's just fussy sometimes. So, and she's entering that phase of like teething and stuff. So it's kind of like in and out. Like you don't really know sometimes, which I don't like not knowing. Like I like knowing everything and being able to fix it, but like being a parent, that's something you have to get used to.
Facts. What's the hardest thing about being a child, Layla? Nothing. No, I know. What's the easiest part about being a parent? I guess the easiest part is the love.
Yeah, it's
easy
natural.
to love her.
Yeah, it is natural.
This is my baby. It's my baby.
The easiest part for me, I guess, would be like to just be on demand. Like sometimes, even though, like I said before, it's kind of hard because like you don't really know, but going to get her when she's crying and stuff, and then like just answering her whenever she's like she needs you, and that's just easy for me. Like I don't really like just like in the mornings, like that's easy for me to just get up and do. Like sometimes I am like really tired, but it's easy because that's my baby, you know, and I'm like, I don't want her to be upset, so that would be something that was easy. Another question is, how many more kids do we want?
I think I'd be cool with like about 1 or 2 more.
Okay. Yeah. Like we already talked about this, which is something you have to talk about after you have a kid, because I mean, they come quick after that.
Yeah.
But we talked about how we like, I really want a boy next. But I mean, God picks our gender, so if we don't have a boy next, we already have the name for the next girl that's gonna come. And
Little Charlie.
How are you gonna tell them the name? That's not for sure, but we do.
Just cut it.
We do like that name.
Just cut it, bro.
Okay, cut it. But yeah, I wanna. If we do have a boy next, we'll be done. But like, who's to say that like later, like, dang, I wanna try again, because we really want a boy. So we don't want more than 3. But if so, that means if we have a girl next, we're gonna try again to have a boy, and then if we don't, we just have all girls. But if we have a boy next, then we might be done.
Hashtag girl dad.
Hashtag mom dad, whatever.
She said hashtag mom dad.
What is your favorite thing about each other? Go.
I don't know. Let me see.
Oh wow, that's ouch.
My favorite thing about her, she's understanding. She knows all my struggles and all of my.
I think May agrees.
All of my struggles and everything else. My inner demons. You feel me?
I think my favorite thing about you is the fact that like you don't really give up. Like if Charles wants something, he's gonna like keep doing it. Like even if it's fucking annoying, like. He doesn't care, you know, and then he'll just like, if he doesn't get what he wants, he'll have like an attitude, and you're just kind of like, okay, dude, what is it like? You know, like that, it's kind of a good thing and a bad thing, because like, sometimes I'm on the move for his little sassy attitude, but I've learned to live with it. How have y'all relationship been affected since the baby?
To be honest, it made it a lot better.
Yeah, I agree.
Because before we was having her, niggas was struggling.
Yeah, we were on the verge of
was fighting every day, arguing all the time.
Yeah, I agree. I think the same thing. I think Lay has really brought our relationship, like, brought me and Charles both, like, really close together. I mean, because now we have, like, a whole child together. So, I mean, it's at the point to where we're not just doing this for her, but we're doing it because we actually want to be together, and we don't want our family to be like how some of our families were. So it's kind of like a little motivation to keep this little connection tight and secure.
And plus, I don't feel like having to see Layla every weekend or every other weekend or something stupid like that.
Yeah.
But she just be right here every day.
Okay. Do you trust each other?
Yeah, to an extent. Well, mostly.
Elaborate, please.
It's just something like, you always got like, it just be those thoughts in the back of your head, like when you're not together, and you're like, I don't know what they doing. But I don't think he be doing anything. But like, it's just sometimes it just goes past your head.
Yeah. I mean, I trust you. We came a long way with trust. We've had to do some practices and shit, but we've got past those trials and tribulations. I would say that we did. I mean, I think so. How did we meet? Okay, can I explain this? Because this is like...
Go ahead, pimp.
Alright, so what happened was I was hanging out with his friend Jacorian, and I think this is back in 2018, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, well, no, that's not the first time we met.
Nope.
The first time we met, we were at his other friend's, Cal's house, and...
Carol the one, man.
Hell yeah. And we were at like a swim, like his graduation party or something, and I was with Lily and Kenzie, and he was with like all his guy friends, blah blah blah. So he was like acting shy, whatever. And me, I'm not gonna just like, I didn't even like swiping up on guys' stories or none of that stuff. Of course, I didn't say anything. And like from a distance, I was like eyeing Charles, and at the same time, he was like eyeing me, but we never said anything. The only thing I got out of that day was I took a picture of him. Like, I like went up to him. I was like, "Can I take a picture of you?" Like on the Hoodie app, just because I said it was cool and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then that was the first time we met. And then the second time, I was hanging out with Jacorian, and Charles had just got like a really fresh ass haircut, and I was like,
Fresh as fuck.
"Oh my god!" I was like, "I need to swipe up," and I was like, "I don't want to because I know all these other girls are probably saying something, blah blah blah." And Jacorian was like hyping me up. He was like, "Just do it, bro. You know how many times he said something about you, blah blah blah." I was like, "Okay, bet." So I swiped up. I even posted on my Finsta. Like, that's how thirsty I was at the time. And
bro, I saw that post. I was like, damn, she trying to get some likes, skin.
And so yeah, from that point on, I think we started talking. Like, we started snapping and stuff, and then we started dating.
We was talking. Well, we snapped for a little bit. Then I got a number, just cause she was bored or something. And then I remember the first time we were just started talking. And she was going on a little Snapchat cleanse or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So I would send her, I would just take Snapchat videos and then send it to him through text messages. Yeah. And she thought it was the sweetest thing in the world.
It was. Like, I was like going on a cleanse from Finsta, like from Instagram. Snapchat, I was only on text. Like, that's the only thing it only lasted like a couple days though. But I needed it. And he was sending me like his Snapchat videos and shit. It was cute. It was nice. He scored big time on that. Yeah, I guess I would answer our question when we started, how long we've been together and shit.
What's next?
That's how long we've been together. How long have we been together?
Almost a year and about a year and some change.
Yeah. August would be 2 years.
What is it, May? March, my fault? April, shit. April. May, June, July, August. Take 12 minus 4. A year and 8 months.
Dang, that's actually a long time. Yeah, for him especially. I mean, I've had longer relationships, but you know.
It's my only relationship.
This is his first. And I'm just saying, that's pretty good for Charles too. That's good.
I was trying to bag and tag and skirt the fuck up.
I mean, that's at first I was trying to, well, I wasn't trying to do that with Charles. Like, at first I was just trying to fuck Charles. And then, like, I actually started to like him. Because I think the second time we hung out, I was with Lily and he was with one of his friend guys. And we were all hanging out and some shit. And I was like messaging Lily. I was like, dude, should I? She's like, no, just see how it is. He can be a jerk, blah, blah, blah. I was like, bro, what the fuck? You know, you kind of just be in that mood and you're just like, what the fuck? I don't want to wait, you know? But I waited and I think we ended up being together. I came to see you or some shit. Yeah. Anyways, who's the mean one and the funny one?
There's a
mix.
Yeah, there's days where she's more mean than me and there's days where I'm more mean than her. And then there's days when she's more mean than both of us. Tell them.
I am not that mean.
You a little meanie, but
I am not mean. I don't think I'm mean. You just think I
This
can't
little-
get mean with Charles.
this little thing right here, a meanie, but
Yeah, Lay is the meanest, I think.
who's the funniest? I don't know.
I think we both have our moments. Like, you be saying that I'm funny, I'm just kind of like, what the fuck? Like, I'd be mad as fuck at Charles, like, trying to cuss him out and stuff. And he's like, bro, you're so funny. I'm just like, I'm being so serious. It's like, he makes me so mad to where I get to where I, like, start laughing, but, like, I can't control it. Like, I'm literally pissed. But, I don't know. Who does Lay remind you most of, me or Charles? I don't really know right now. I think we gotta give it, like, people say wait till she's like a year old, because I mean sometimes she looks like me when I was a baby, and then there's pictures in there on the fridge. I'm like, dude, she looks just like you.
Who y'all think she look like? Oh, we look just alike right now. What about her? They look alike. We look. Who look more alike?
I think she looks like Charles right now, but I mean she grew up with a little baddie. Where do we see ourselves in 5 years? More kids, probably. Yeah, running.
More kids, a house, some cars.
Yeah, I most definitely want my own place, which is kind of put on pause now because #Corona.
#Corona, #babies.
Oh yeah, that too. Lay, not saying that she was like a setback, but like we had to put some things on hold. Like we're still working on them, but they're just it's gonna take longer now because we have Lay. But I mean,
we had an apartment. It was we
Yeah.
had bought it. We had paid the money already. We were about to move in like 2 days, and then we found out she's pregnant.
The day of us supposed to be moving, and we couldn't get our money back. Like
That was like $300 something too. I was so hurt.
that we couldn't get back out of all of it. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I was so excited about moving. I think we need to talk about that too, like how the whole pregnancy thing went, because I feel like people want to know that. When we found out about what happened was, I don't even know if I was sick or anything. I have like in my file right now that I was going to the doctor and stuff because I was like getting randomly sick, but not like throwing up or nothing. Like nothing that would make me like, okay, dude, I'm pregnant. What the fuck?
Yeah, she just felt a little funny.
Yeah, so I was going to get checked and shit, and they didn't even like show that I was pregnant or nothing. It was just like giving me medicine and shit, and so I was like, dude, I'm just gonna take a pregnancy test just to show you that I'm not pregnant. Cause Charles was like, dude, you're pregnant or something, like, and I was like, dude, no. I remember being at work. I got off at like 11, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna take a test, like, just so you can shut the hell up, you know. And so I went in the bathroom, which is like right across from our room, and took it, and I came back in here. I was like, just looking, I was kind of like, you know, and he was like, bro, don't even, because he was on the game as usual.
No, I had some medication in me, bro.
Yeah,
I
I
was
ruined his
medicated.
whole high. Like, I wasn't even trying to joke, but I think he thought I was joking. But you were playing the game. Were you playing the game? I think you Are you watching YouTube? Yeah.
I was on my
Or
phone.
something like, don't even play them right now, bro. Like,
I
I
don't
was just
think
like,
PlayStation worked there.
I was like, yes, you did. I got you that one.
Oh, no, we had that one by then.
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Hell yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, because I was at Fuji. That was when I first started at Fuji.
Yeah.
And then we found out she was pregnant a couple of months when I was into Fuji.
Yeah, I didn't find out I was pregnant until I was 8 weeks. So, yeah, I remember telling Charles, I was just like, bro. I was crying because I was happy, but at the same time I was like, oh my god, I'm about to have a whole, like, I was thinking more about the part that, like, I had to give birth, you know? Like, that was something that was scary. Yeah,
What?
that was scary. That's a play.
You was scared. You was scared and it was all dark inside. You didn't know where you was at. It's okay. You out here with us now, though.
Yeah, but yeah, it was scary. I mean, I think, like, we were both, like, thinking two different things at first when it happened. But I mean, we came together and we made a decision together that this is something that
It's a gift from the man upstairs.
we had to do
And
our part.
I think during the pregnancy, I think I did a pretty good job of being there for her and making sure she had what she needed.
Yeah, I don't think I cried a lot though. No, I think I cried a lot, but when I was pregnant rather than now. Like, when I was pregnant, I cried a lot. Even times that he wouldn't even know. Like, I don't even know why I would be crying. Like, and then, like, everything that was happening with my stomach, like, for his leg, I'd be like, Charles, look. And he couldn't even see anything. It would just be because I could feel her, you know? It was a process. I mean, it was beautiful. Like, if I could go back, I would honestly give birth, like, every week. Yeah, I like it. I like giving birth.
Sheesh. We was in that delivery room.
Okay, I was tired. tired. Like I was so tired. You guys don't know how bad. Like, okay, people that go into labor naturally aren't as much pain as people that are induced. Like, I had Pitocin, and I think it was something else. Like, they naturally induced me. So, the contractions of when you have Pitocin are 10 times worse than naturally. So,
Or she sat there for like 45 minutes with no epidural, just going crazy.
because it was hurting, and then like the nurse would come in, and I'd be like, bro, then you have to give me something like, and because I couldn't get the epidural because they were like doing a like
They were doing another one
a
somewhere else.
cesarean, yeah. And so I was just like, bro, I'm not waiting. So she'd leave, and I'd be like, Charles, go get the nurse for right now. He was like, she just came in. No, Charles. I was yelling at him. I was mad. Like, I got him to like hold my legs up.
Bro, her leg was so heavy, bro.
I was hurting.
That thing was crazy.
Like, I was like, I need to push. I was like, I need to push right now. No, it's not time. I was like, no, I'm ready to push right now. Tell him, like, yeah. She was ready to come out, and I was ready to push her out, but they were like, no. And then, dude, I got the epidural, and
Feeling great.
I was feeling like amazing. Like, it was the best. Like, I felt amazing. But the only thing about it I hated is I feel like I was so medicated that I couldn't even like, because I wanted to see her come out, I wanted to see my placenta, I wanted to see all that stuff. Like, it was my first time doing that kind of stuff, so I was kind of like, bro, I want to see. So I got like, next time I already had my pregnancy planned out. I was like, I want to have a mirror down there where my vagina is. I want to be able to pull my baby's head, or like, you know, like, I want to see the whole 9 yards down there. Charles got to see everything, bro. I was just laying there, and they were just stitching me up and shit. Was,
Everybody kept saying I was gonna faint on the floor, fall out,
See, I
pass
thought he was
out,
gonna
all that. I
pass
was in
out.
that bit.
You're doing great, honey.
he did really good.
I even had to start counting because our nurse forgot to count for her.
Yes.
She was like, okay, push to 10.
Yes, we should.
She was sitting there, and I was like, 4, 5, 6.
Bro, I was tired. I was out of breath. Like, I didn't get to see Lay either as soon as she came out. Like, I just didn't hear her crying, and then she started crying. I was like, where's the baby?
Oh yeah, she came out 9 pounds 1 ounce straight out her nether regions.
Yeah,
That was not supposed to. They thought they popped her collarbone or something.
Yeah, so they took her from me.
They took her
from us.
forever.
Yeah, and they had her in there just laying, I guess, like, to make sure that her arm was okay. But the nurse was like, they have brought your baby. I was like, no. They were like, oh, she's just in there laying. I'm like, dude, go give me my baby, like, you know? But
I'm pretty sure I left the hospital twice before she even came back to Canada.
yeah, like, everybody had got, like, what happened? Everybody was texting us saying what time they should get here, like, to the hospital to see Lay and stuff. And I was like, she's probably going to come around 1, but be here at 12. Lay came at 12:44. Like, everybody was already there. It was crazy.
In room 369.
Hell yeah.
Hey.
And it was crazy. I mean,
Hey.
it's a process.
Hey.
Oh wow, this is such a good question. How do I feel about Lay being such a daddy's girl? Like, this couldn't have came in the perfect time. Like, Lay is so spoiled by Charles now that it makes no sense. Like, I would literally pick Lay up out of her bassinet, and she looks at me and start crying, like, and then I hand her to Charles, and she's just looking at me like, my bitch. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, before she would only want me all the time, but now she's like, daddy, daddy, daddy. But I mean, it's okay because she says ma sometimes, so it'll be okay because she gonna be saying mama first.
Oh, don't start.
But yeah, I don't know how he spoiled her that quick. I mean, it was me that had her spoiled, but you know, whatever. As long as she loves her daddy, and as long as I get my son later in the future, I'm okay with that. This is such a down one. It says, have we ever thought about breaking up, and if so, why?
Plenty.
We've thought about breaking up plenty of times. Like,
Ooh, what was that?
I slid.
I thought the bed broke.
What are you trying to say, bro?
No, I just heard something pop.
Alright. Anyways, we thought about breaking up a bunch of times, but I mean, Finsta would know because we'd get on Finsta and start arguing. Like, we'd have like a sub war on fucking Finsta. We would go crazy. We were on vacation one time and we were arguing in the car. Like, it was his mom, her boyfriend, his grandma, and her husband. We were in the back. We were arguing on Finsta and we were like mumbling stuff at each other and they're like, oh Lord, here goes the teens. It was so funny, like it was crazy, but yeah, we thought about breaking up a bunch of times just because
somebody's sleepy.
we're both petty, like. But I'm not as petty. Charles is the most pettiest person I know, like, beyond me. Like, I can get petty, but Charles
Look at it, bro.
can get beyond petty.
A little bit.
Little bit. No, yes, he
Nah,
he
she just tries to
low.
get. No, she wants to get under my skin, but then I don't let her. But then I dig deeper, and then I'm like touching her heart.
Yeah, it's so fucking annoying though because I try not to like let it bother me, but that goes back to when I said like I'd be mad, but I'd be laughing because I can't. Like I'd be laughing like you get my fucking nerve, ha ha ha. You know, like that's exactly what I'd be doing. Like
There'll be sometimes, like I'll be in a bad mood, like we'll both be arguing, but then she'll keep trying to like nag me on and try to get under my skin. So then I'm just like, all right, bro. So then I like throw a little shine. She's like, nothing, okay.
yeah, I get so pissed, but like I can't show it. Like I really can't show it with Charles. Like I really can't. What's another question? Let's see what this.
Look at her, bro.
Is she sleeping? Trying to think of other things that we need to answer, like, because these questions are shit. I mean, I think we elaborated on it.
What else?
We thought about pregnancy when we first met. We almost broke up sometime. We talked about that.
Talked about post-pregnancy
Yeah.
and all, living with her. that's
Living
about
with who? Me?
Her, bro. Yeah, I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's about it. I don't really. I mean, there's other things that we need to answer, but like I can't really think of them
If there's anything we missed, y'all can just put them down there.
in the comments. We need to start doing this more. I know people are like messaging me saying that we need to start a YouTube video, which we have. The funny thing is, we have so many videos, you guys, but like we just don't post them.
We always like get this little bug to do YouTube, and then we get to editing, and we're like,
yeah. But I mean, some of like it's just so easy to like just to move on and just forget it. But we're gonna try to get better at that. Like we even talked about Charles doing like video games on like YouTube channels, you know, like just so y'all can like either play with him and shit like that. And then me doing makeup sometimes, even though I haven't done makeup in a while. I'm trying to get back at that. Just being at home right now, we just have so much time, so we're just trying to figure out like good ways to put our time into good things. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Layla just went to sleep.
Layla just woke back up. See, yeah, she won't even let me put her to sleep. That's how spoiled she is, you guys. Like, this is
like legit the only way she goes to sleep now.
Yeah, I'm only good for my titties, and that's it. That's the only thing I'm good for right now. She's not a fan of me right now. I don't know what it is. I don't know. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Other ideas for other videos that you guys would like us to see. I thought about pranking Charles, which didn't really go too well because last time I pranked Charles, I told him I wanted to have a baby, and the next month I found out I was pregnant. So I'm gonna hold back on those pranks for a minute.
Layla, you just put your shirt on. Okay, I'm sorry.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. So
That happens when you have babies too. It's either their way or nowhere.
that's pretty much true. So. But yeah, hope you guys like this video. Can't really leave a like, or well, you can leave a like, but you can't really subscribe yet. But we will be working on our YouTube channel.
They can subscribe, bro. They can be our first subscriber.
Our first subscriber
not
is
us.
90. It's 90.
Oh,
It's
they can be our
Lanaya.
second.
Shout out to Lanaya for being our first subscriber.
Yeah, like the video. Let us know how we did. This is our first video that we're gonna post, so it's probably a little rough. Leave some ideas in the comments. More videos y'all like to see featuring Layla. And yeah, that's about it.
That is it. So yeah.
Bye.